a lot about crowdfunding. It allows strangers to invest online in projects that others are creating. One woman is trying to get funding for the second time. She doesn't give up. Aimee Cebulski is behind the Finding 40 project and has relaunched it, applying some hard-learned lessons. She is also writing Kickstarter for Dummies to help potential crowdfunders. Joining me now is Aimee. Great to talk to you, Aimee.
Thanks, Susan, so much for having me.
Now let's talk about how you initially felt when you heard that your initial project did not get funded.
Well, when I first did my first Kickstarter project for the Finding 40 project, I made the mistake of being too vague. I didn't really know what I was doing. Of course, I was bummed and disappointed, but I realized I had to learn more and try again a second time.
Let's talk about the Finding 40 project. You're relaunching it. It's really about women who are turning 40 and their experiences as they reach that milestone. Even talking to Amy Robach, I read, Natalie Morales. Tell us more about the project.
Sure. Well, I've been working on the Finding 40 project for about the last 14 months. And as you mentioned, I've been photographing and interviewing women around the world, about 30 women so far in 8 different countries, asking them all the same questions. And I've been putting their responses and some snippets on my blog, finding40.net. And so now as I've been combining all these stories and getting the stories, I'm at the point where I'm ready to publish and turn it into a finished book.
Well, we're certainly rooting for you. If there's folks at home that think, okay, I have an idea and I want to use this site, what are some examples, some lessons you learned, some do's and don'ts for that?
Sure, because as you mentioned, I have a project on Kickstarter right now. Finding 40 project is on Kickstarter, and some of the do's that I learned last time, one, be specific. What are you asking your backers for? Are you asking for publication cost? Are you asking for editing services? And then also make a connection with your backers. Have them get something back that's associated with your project. So a finished copy of a book. This is a sample of something that I'm trying to create as an example for my backers. And give them a reason to be involved in your project and get excited.
And what about the don'ts? I read that you say, think about all the costs associated with this, right?
Yes. Right, so whether it is a book like my project, like Finding 40, or if you're making a film, or if you're a musician trying to make a recording, really look at what all the costs are going to be associated with production of your project all the way through to the end. That could include marketing, editing. Do you need other professionals to help you? Make sure they're in your budget before you set your amount that you're going to ask for.
And finally, how much do you need? We're going to check the site.
Right now, Finding 40 project on Kickstarter is about $3,500 short of its funding goal. That's to get me going on printed books, ebooks as well. And through my whole experience learning about Kickstarter, I'm actually now writing Kickstarter for Dummies for Wiley because I learned a lot the first time around. Hopefully I'll have a success story with this one with Finding 40 project.
Aimee, we are certainly rooting for you, and we're going to check back with you to see if you hit your goals this time. Thanks so much. Well, Aimee is not alone. About half of all Kickstarter projects never get funded, but some that are wildly successful. We will check in with one Kickstarter project that people love so much, they have pledged more than $500,000 to it. You got to see it. But first, we find out